just can't believe that won't lift.
Morning, guys. Okay. So for 7:30, you guys are just jumping straight to your privilege meetings, and privilege know what's happening today. So we don't really need to.
Just good morning. Lots of nursery truck, or a big nursery truck will be driving around. So depending if you're in the field, just be careful. It's really big. It's got a lot of blind spots, so just be careful walking around it. I know it's their job to be careful, but you know, we don't know what they drive like and how fast and stuff. So just keep that in mind when you see them ripping around. Just be careful.
If you can't see them in their mirrors, then they can't see them.
Exactly. So, but they should be clear of everyone except you and Peter in the field over there.
Scattered.
All right.
If we can scooch the power wheelbarrow through there, great. If not, I think
Maybe just run regular wheelbarrows.
that's fine. Yeah.
Because we're coming in here, right? Coming in here, just fill it right up, same level as all that. Well, kind of get the soil in for a travel in it first, right?
Yeah.
Just for this little adventure
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
So get a little base going. 3/4 leg. After tomorrow, about slope. It's probably the exact same, but.
Yeah, today's pretty busy. We have a tree spade here from Dutch Master Nurseries going around and picking up a lot of our big trees around the property, and we're relocating a lot of them into different nursery rows, and then also just planting for the project. And then the hardscape crew's been doing all the planting, and then the mason crew is working on their pillars.
There's a bunch of trees around here. We need them moved in order to make these roads, but a lot of them are moving in and around the property, so it'll be fresh, mature trees, instant gratification.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how this thing works at all?
So the tree spade, it's basically there's different sizes of the tree spade, and they dig the hole the certain size, and then you'll see in a minute they'll come around and they'll dig that exact hole around these trees and move them back into the hole they just dug.
Okay. So that's the process.
That's the process.
Okay.
Yeah. Is the size of the spade that digs the hole is the size of the spade that digs the tree. So depending on the tree size, you need to get bigger spades depending on the diameter of the tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. How many trees are we putting in today?
Today we're gonna do as much as we can, maybe 5 or 6, hopefully. They're here all day, so.
All right.
It's the trees, really. We have done 2 pines so far. We're doing another pine over here. And then some of the deciduous trees, we just have to wait a few more weeks until they go completely dormant, so it's not such a shock to their system when we transplant them.
Okay.
So yeah, once we put them in, we just have to make sure we're watering them all day, every day, just to help them with the transition, and hopefully they'll take. in most cases, if the spade is big enough, there's enough root ball that they'll be okay. Just because with the deciduous, what happens is the tree absorbs all of the nutrients that's left from the leaves before they fall off. So it's kind of like a spring bulb. You don't want to cut everything off before it completely dies, because all of that nutrients goes back into the bulb for the next year, if that makes sense. Great, instant. So we are going to fill it in with some basket ones from the nursery, but it's nice to be able to have the big trees along the property to be able to plunk in and make it look like it's been here forever.
What are we working on here?
Pumped a lot of soil in here. Now we gotta sort of level it off so we can get our garden going. So there's gonna be a bunch of plants in here, like a whole, all of those. All the plants out front, they're all going in here. A little bit in there too. We gotta sort of break it out, spray it out, and then we know what's going where.
All right.
These are black mondo grass. So they're full time. It's kind of this whole area is just going to be mass planting with grasses and perennials. So just big swaths of, it'll look really nice in the end. A lot of individual plants, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah, today was pretty busy. We had a big plant delivery come, and then we had a big nursery spade truck, a big 100-inch spade come and relocate a bunch of trees. It was definitely neat seeing how that all worked. I was talking to my dad a bit there, and I think we're looking to get one eventually for the nursery here, and then out in Port Hope. It'll make things a lot easier on us. But yeah, it was great to have them come today to relocate these massive trees into the gardens and onto the berm and behind the shop there. I'm really excited for the rest of them to all go in. But we had the hardscape crew finishing up the curb wall in the garden. We had the masons working on their barbecue, and then the carpenters were inside the office working on some small things. So it was definitely a busy day, but definitely super productive.
How are your plants doing?
Good. Just laying out the pattern, and then hopefully we'll get it all planted today.
Perfect.
Lots going on, so it's hard to find the manpower. Everybody's everywhere. Khalid, are you gonna be? Oh, amazing. I know. And we'll warm up soon.
It's already in place.
Yeah, so I just want to start with like along the borders, and then we'll fill it in as we go. But as long as we just do the borders to get the pattern, and then we'll fill in. Okay. So you can start wherever.
I will start one there,
Okay,
there, one
perfect.
here, one there.
made some progress.
Trying. And the more progress you make, you feel good about it. Because you're like, okay, the hard work pays off. The way it looks, the way it shows itself, it's pretty good actually.
Coming along. Comes with its own challenges. Trying to hit like the heights, make certain that you're not having to make a bunch of cuts just to be able to fit your vents in. It's nice that it all fits. It just takes a little more planning, that's all. And then the fire brick will do the fun part, putting it all inside. This is a masonry-based barbecue, and so it's going to be charcoal. So there's going to be a pan in the bottom here to catch any of the drippings and such, and then built up about 12 inches so that the vents all come in, so the air is allowed to come in and get underneath the charcoal. And the charcoal needs oxygen in order to burn. It builds up and creates the heat. The fire brick on the sides that will be placed on the inside here will then radiate the heat back at it, creating even more heat, so it just builds on itself. The air fuels it, and then you get more even heat, and it just starts to cook the meat. So the grill or so should be around here or so. There's going to be a limestone piece of coping that goes across here from the stone, so you'll see stone, and then you'll just see stone and then fire brick on the inside. But so it'll radiate the heat back at it, and it'll keep everything warm.
Wow.
And cook it all up.
Cool. That's cool.
A little bit of thermodynamics, but I can't get that far into it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just like an oversized version of a campfire, you know.
Right.
You put a big stone in behind the campfire, then it radiates the heat out at you, so then it can cook at different angles and that sort of thing. And they want to add a spit, so we'll be swinging an arm around here, so it almost smokes the meat, so you can run chips and whatever else in there, or specialized charcoal that has flavors to it or whatever, and then smoke the heat into the meat, and then yeah,
that's gonna be good.
it should be pretty cool, but not for like a month. It needs 28 days to cure everything, so hopefully nobody lights it up before it's time. That's why I keep saying, Halloween right around there should be a good time. Yeah.
How long do you think it'll take to build it up?
I should have it done by the end of the week. Yeah. So about 4 or 5 days tops. We had a good footing, so everything's all working out height-wise. I don't have to play too much with levels. So yeah, it's all come together. It's just a little slow in the beginning. Once it starts to roll and start to take off from there.
Cool.
It's a charcoal barbecue, and so the first step in this setup is to find out what it is you're going to be cooking, that sort of thing. So we started off with a foundation, so we just put in a footing, and then afterwards we built an interior skeleton, so it's just block work on the inside that are filled solid with concrete. Just because if you have any air pockets and something that heats up like a barbecue, if there's any air pockets next to concrete or stone or whatever else, it tends to pop or explode. So what we did was we filled solid so there wouldn't be any air pockets, hopefully. Knock on wood, obviously. So once that was up, we left gaps for the air vents. Fire brick will be going up on the insides, and then we clad the outside with a veneer of stone. We have to protect the stone because, again, if it gets too hot too fast, it pops. This is a particular limestone, I believe. But yeah, so it starts off with the skeleton, with the air vents, and then setting certain heights for the air vents so that the air can come in underneath the coals. So then the coals then heat up, create the extra heat for the top grill. The top grill then is where you put your meat or your vegetables or whatever it is that you're cooking, and creates an even heat. And then the fire brick collects the heat and then rebounds it back in, so it's able to heat up the coals and the meat faster and keep an even heat going, if that makes sense.
Okay. Dave. Now I see why. I only need this piece. You know, if I don't get it through, I can't cut it.
Yeah, so what's
I'm
happening?
trying to take this out, and I'm not trying to install.
It's really, what's the word? Satisfying. It's really fulfilling, you know. Being able to pass on my knowledge, and that's the knowledge that was passed on to me. So to see that handed off to the next generation, the next generation, the next generation. But no, it's really nice to be able to teach them something and then see them go with it, right? And be able to just see them go off and do it, finish it, and then come back and then say, what's next, Dave, right? And then just take it on from there. So it's really fulfilling to see them progress.
Basically, we got to try to find our heights, and then we're going to throw some gravel down. We're going to pack it as we put it in. Get a nice parking pad out here. Put some stone out here. But once we get the gravel, once we get our heights and we know where we're low enough, we can start adding gravel and building up and packing as we go. And we're looking for a 1% slope going across, so that water will run this way. And then we're talking about going 1% this way, but almost a 0.5%. I think we're going to switch to a 0.5%. Just so it doesn't run off too much. That way we don't have to grade what's existing as much as we would have to shave if we were going 1%. A little more, we'd have to lower the whole, basically, not the whole yard, but a bigger chunk. So we're trying to find that sweet medium of not have to take too much out, but not have to dig down too much, and find that perfect level, right?
So basically, once we find our zero height of our bottom of our wall and we know where our height is, then we're going down 8 to 10 inches for base. Now we have to run what they call a filter cloth. So we run that, we pack it, and then we run our gravel. So this is like a 3/4 crush gravel. It's not necessarily a clear gravel, but it's got a little bit of dust in it. And basically, once we get our heights established at our 0 point, what we can do is do the math, and we use our laser level to find our 1%. So our 1% is it's 1 inch over 8 feet. I think in this case it's 10 feet, but that's where we find our 1%. So we find our 1% drop coming across, and then we have a 0.5% drop, which is an inch over 4 feet. Going down, sloping away this way. But yeah, it all depends on our zero grade and then down from there. And we use the laser to get those numbers. And once you get those numbers, it's a little easier, but you got to find those numbers first. Without those numbers, we're all over the map.
Yeah, this week went super smoothly. We got a lot checked off the list and a lot of planting done. We had a big tree spade truck moving a lot of trees around the property, which was really good. The masons got everything checked off their list. A lot of planting, like I said, the hardscape crew was jammed full of planting, and a couple of the carpenters were helping out with the planting too. It was really good to get a lot of these smaller details checked off the list here as we go into the next couple of weeks. There'll be a lot of that stuff. Really going down into the smaller stuff that's more time consuming, and really all the finishing details coming together.
Where that gravel drops, just blend it down.
We're just heading out to the nursery that we have out in Port Hope. We're just getting some big trees all set up for some moving around that we're going to do here. The nursery has been a little bit neglected all year. We haven't done a lot of maintenance out there, not much grass cutting, and that's where all of our big trees are for the tree spading. So we're just brushing and clearing a little bit to make access, and we're going to do a little bit of cutting out there. We have a big brush cutter that goes on the skid steer, so we're going to just clear everything up and do a little bit of chainsaw work and make sure it's safe for the trucks and get good access so you can really start spading.
But we should get the nursery ready today.
Yeah.
The access.
265?
Yeah, why don't let's see if we can just put it in the bin truck rather than use a trailer. Okay. Yeah.
It's full. It's full of garbage, ain't it? We can dump though. We can make a little pile and put it back in.
Smaller float can't just take that.
No, it's too heavy. We got 3 guys. So it would probably take us a while to bring that up.
How much garbage is there in the truck?
I don't think it's a full load yet. We could just make a little pile.
Are you going over there? You can just take
It
the.
probably is.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah. That's good.
What is going on here?
Well, we need to take the skid steer out to the nursery to clean things up. It's just too thick to clear with just hand tools. So we have a bush hog attachment out there that we're going to use. Camera.
Revelation and guilt-free convenience. Toaster Pie is a meal service without breakfast.
Okay. Well, okay, I'll go grab my keys then. You can just take mine, I guess, right? Or...
Yeah, or the Dodge or something.
Okay.
No reason not to take that.
Why don't we take the Dodge? It's almost empty.
Let's take that though, because then we and a couple of straps, because then we can bring a few attachments back.
All right.
So you grab my wallet, and then we're taking off. We're taking the bin truck and ram. I'm hoping that that hydraulic can actually lift the bin truck. Oh my god. Look at the front wheels are off the ground.
My Honda was way lower. We're good. It's alright. Honda was way lower. You guys don't want to blow a tire on the road. No, I'm gonna get that off.
Oh, you're not.
No. A ramp might be done, but.
Oh no. Jimmy's ramp.
You didn't have the back there, did you?
Was it? Oh.
Tires are pretty low.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah, we'll take it off. It's too heavy.
265 tubercle. She's big. Roll? Yeah. You keep rolling. No more.
No, you have to push the strap a little bit.
Right there.
No, a little more, a little more.
Yeah, I know. Let's go. Right there. I think you're good.
So, the bin truck hydraulic was not strong enough to lift the skid steer in. So we backed it in from the ramp. Tires weren't good enough, they would have blown out on the highway. And then we go to this truck because we know it has a little fifth wheel thing in the center, fifth wheel hitch. But there's screws holding the plate down. So we take the screw and the plates out, and then there's no hitch there anymore. When we were at the dealer, there was a hitch in it, so we assumed. So now we gotta park the truck, get the tools organized, and wait for my dad to bring his big 450 with a fifth wheel hitch on it, so we can finally hook up the fifth wheel trailer and put the skid steer with attachments on it. So we've lost, what time is it here? I hope all this goes in the video, I truly do. It is 8:42. We have lost over an hour of time because we did poor planning. We did not think this through. So yeah.
Not good.
Not good. Moral of the story, don't try to load a skid steer in a 550.
Is I'm trying to stretch the machine. Yeah. Right? So I want the chain pulling in this direction, one in that direction, one in this direction, and the other. Okay. So all four are going out, so we're kind of pulling the machine apart, right? If it's nice and tight, and they're all tight, then you're safe. Okay? Alright, Max, we're rigged up. We'll have plenty of time to do what we need to do out there. We're not going to run out of time. It's 9:30. We'll be there by 10:15. Unload everything. And then we're just making room for the spade truck. So we're hopping in now. We'll be, yeah, this side's working. Yeah. We'll be back by the end of the day. We'll have plenty of time to do what we need to get done. Lots of trimming and clearing roads pretty much.
Yeah, this week was really good. We got a lot checked off our list again. We had a lot of trees getting spaded in with Dutch Master's big 100-inch spade truck. It's really cool seeing that thing operating. So we were moving a lot around the property, and then we went out to Port Hope where our other nursery is, and we tagged a lot of trees and did a big cleanup there one day with Kyle and Khaled and with my dad. So we got a lot done that day. All the roads cleared that the spade truck needs to get into. And then around here we had a lot of soil work. The carpenters were busy inside of the shop all week and in the office doing final touch-ups and working on our tables and shelving. And then the masons were working on their stone walls and the pillars. And they also got started on the barbecue, which already looks really good. So definitely looking forward to next week and seeing all these little things come together. And then, Jesus, what is going on this morning, Max? Holy shit.